Lexical relations are also considered an important part of semantics. Words can not only be considered as containers of meaning and something which fulfill certain roles in a language, but they are also in relationship with each other. And these relationships are roughly called semantic relations or lexical relations, help us understand or convey various meanings. For example, if somebody asks us what is the meaning of the word conceal, we might say it is same as hide. So we have explained the meanings of a word with the help of its relationship with another word, which is hide in case of conceal. So quite frequently in our daily lives, we do use such semantic relations while explaining the meanings of various words. We could look into other examples. For example, if somebody asks what's the meaning of the word shallow, you might say it is opposite of deep. Similarly, what is a daffodil? So you might say it is a kind of flower. So these are various relationships in which words are actually placed. And these meanings or these relations help us in understanding the meanings of these words. Let's have a look at various popular relations which has been discussed by various semanticists in the field of semantics or linguistics. One of the most important relations is of synonymy. Synonymy is the relationship between the words which have similar or quite close meanings. And the synonyms could be substituted for each other, though not always, but on most of the occasions. For example, you might ask what was his answer or what was his reply on many occasions, though not always. Some other popular examples of synonyms or the words who are in the relation of synonymy could be the pairs like almost, nearly, big, large, car, automobile, couch, sofa, freedom, liberty, buy, purchase, cab, taxi, etc. There could be a huge list of such words. Antonymy is just the opposite of what we refer to while explaining synonymy. It is based on the relationship between the words who have or which have opposite meanings. There could be simple antonyms or non-gradable antonyms imply those words or the meanings in which the absence of one means the presence of other, or the negative of one means the positive of the other. For example, alive, dead. If somebody is not alive, he's definitely dead. So these words imply that the absence of one would mean the presence of the other. So we also, that's why we also call them binary pairs or complementary pairs. Some typical examples could be dead, alive, pass, fail, hit, miss, male, female. There are some gradable antonyms as well. In case of these antonyms, the absence of one does not necessarily means the presence of the other. For example, if we say, if we see the relationship between word new and old, we would see if something is not new, it doesn't mean that it is old. For example, if I say my car is not new, it does not necessarily mean that my car is old. So therefore, they cannot be the binary pairs. So, however, they could be constructed in comparative constructions. For example, you could say, I'm bigger than you, right? So these constructions can help us in understanding these gradable opposites. Hyponymy is another important relation which is based on the relationship of inclusion, where the meanings of one word are included in the meaning of another. And it's usually the meanings of a more general word are included in a word. For example, the meanings of animal are included in the word cat and dog. And the terms whose meanings are included is usually termed as superordinate, while the other term which includes this meaning is called the hyponym. For example, if an object is a rose, it has to be a flower. Metonymy is another important relationship in which one word is substituted for another or replaced by another. For example, we could see we can use the term crown for royalty, and we have been using it in many contexts where royalty or kingship was in vogue. Meronymy is a part-whole relationship. Sometimes we use parts to describe the whole. For example, if the engine of your car is not working proper, you could say my car is not working proper, is out of order. So sometimes part is used to describe the whole, or on other occasions whole could be used to describe the part. Collocation consists of the words which are used together quite frequently in a language. For example, we could see the phrases like close a deal, open an account. It may not literally convey the meaning which are intended, but they are used together and convey the meaning of the speaker because they have been used together for some time now. They have become a convention or collocation. For example, you never close a deal, but it is used as a collocation for some time. It has been used for some time now, so we understand the meaning when we say this term close a deal. Homonymy consists of homonyms, and which are the words who have unrelated senses, but they have the same phonological making. For example, we have the word lap, which conveys the meaning of a circuit of a course and a part of a human body, which we use for sitting. So the word lap, it has the same sound but different senses in which it is used in different situations by different users of English language. Polysemy is slightly different from homonymy because polysemy works out or refers to the relationship in which senses are judged to be related under same lexical entry. So polysemous words are entered under the same lexical entry within a dictionary. We could see the example of the word hook here. Hook means a piece of material which is used to suspend, catch, hold or pull something. It's also a short for fish hook, or it also means a trap or snare. In all these words, the basic sense remains to be related or similar. So I would just try to end up here with the distinction between homonymy and polysemy. Homonymy looks into the unrelated senses of the same phonological words. However, polysemy looks into to the similar or related senses of the same lexical entry.